I don't know what's wrong with myself. I said, where you want to go? So she said, we can go to anyone. Because at first they tried to do Groupon. Groupon wasn't working. So she said, we just gonna go to anyone and then pay for it. So they canceled Groupon and then they decided to just go to a regular one, right? So we driving down the street. This is like literally maybe 3 blocks from my house. Yeah, maybe 3 blocks, 3.5 blocks from my house, right? So I go to turn the corner to go down the block to come to where I come. There's two cars. One car is on the side of the road. The other car, a truck, a SUV, Karen, okay? Karen, she in the middle of the goddamn street. Now, she could have gotten in front of old boy who she was talking to, and they could have talked, or they both could have pulled in a parking lot, and they could have talked. But both of these motherfuckers is blocking the street and the direction of which I'm driving. So it's one of these streets. You know, you go this way. It ain't but 2 ways you can go. You supposed to be on your side if you going this way, and the other car's supposed to be on their side if they coming toward you, right? So I can't get past them because they're both blocking the street. I'm gonna have to get on this side of the street, risking my life and my kids' life, because Karen got her ass blocking the street, right? So Cece said, no, Ma, just go around them. You could go around them, a car ain't come. I said, no. Why I can't do a Kim on a Karen, right? I told her, let's get that on video and make it go viral. Why I can't do a Kim on a Karen? Because if it was me, okay, if it was moi, and I was talking to my son, my husband, my boy, or whoever it was, and I was blocking the street, you can bet your ass that a Karen would have gotten out and said, that's illegal. That is illegal. You can't do that. I'm going to write your plates down. I'm going to do this and that. So was I wrong? I'm asking the queendom. Why is it that all these Karens can get in everybody else's business, but we can't do a Kim on a Karen? That's all I want to know. And I'm about to put that on a t-shirt, because I'm going to start doing a Kim on these goddamn Karens, because these Karens is always minding everybody else's goddamn business. But when it comes to us, even like Cece said, Mommy, well, I just try to just avoid it. If you can avoid, I said, but Cece, they not avoiding it. They're not avoiding it. They never avoid it. Shit that don't have nothing to do. Like, did y'all see that barbecue or that picnic or that birthday party that family had, and the Karen decided to come over in their yard? She came in and they whooped her ass. How you gonna come in somebody's yard on their private property and tell them what they can and cannot do? So I'm asking, why is it that we can't, when we see Karens fucking up, when we see that they're not doing what the fuck they should be doing, abiding by the laws and stuff, and even when we are abiding by the laws and we ain't did nothing wrong, why is it that we can't say anything? Why we can't say anything? I just want to know. So, because the kids was in the car, and I had Angel, and y'all know that's my baby, that's my boo. I never want to do anything that will ever upset Angel. And so I didn't do a Kim. I didn't do a Kim on Karen. But let me tell you this. An Angel ain't in the car, and I see a motherfucking Karen fucking up, oh, Miss Gina gonna do a Kim on a goddamn Karen, because they do it to us all the time. Or even when it ain't even none of their business. They do it to us all the freaking time. So I think we should reciprocate that. What's good for the goose is good for the gander, right? Because It doesn't make any sense. And let me tell you something. The thing about it is that Karen was wrong because that was illegal what she did. You cannot be blocking the street just because you having a conversation and I gotta do something. You want me to do something illegal because it's illegal for me. That's not a non-passing. It's not a passing zone where you're supposed to go. That is illegal. So it's illegal. If a car would have came and hit me, I would have been in the wrong because I went around her ass while she was blocking the street. So that would have been my fault and on me, because she was doing something illegal. And honey, I'm telling you guys, if Angel had not been in this vehicle, because Cece grown, if Angel had not been in this vehicle, you guys, and she already, y'all, Angel fell yesterday. Angel was at her friend's house, and when I went to pick Angel up, Angel fell and bust her knee. And so she is really sore. You know, it's always sore the next day. It was bleeding and everything, y'all. Thank God, I didn't have to take her to the hospital. It was red and bruised up, a little swollen. She was able to walk around. I put some Neosporin on it. I put some witch hazel on it and everything, and I bandaged it up. And so she's walking around on it, but she's like limping. But she's walking better today than she was yesterday. She just can't walk normal, but she's okay. So she love it. We've been babying her. We've been babying her up a storm. Cece was like, Angel, you okay? I'm sitting up here every 5 seconds. Angel, you okay? You good, mama? You eat anything? You want anything? So she's loving it. She eating it up because we spoiling her rotten, and her big sister took her in to get her nails and her feet did and everything. So she's okay. But I said I got to bring this up. Thank you, Narissa Charles. You said I agree with you, Miss Gina. Hey, Lady 6916. Hey, Sephora. Hey, Empress, and hey, Davina. Hey, allegedly is my boo. Allegedly be beating everybody here. I don't know what, I think me and allegedly, we got a connection because, honey, she gets them notifications. She definitely gets it. She gets those notifications. Davina, everybody. So, yeah, so I was just like saying to myself, even though I knew I wasn't wrong, I knew I wouldn't have been wrong if I would have went and snapped on old girl. And but I went on and listened to Cece because you got to think, like, remember I told you I got to do things, and everything that I do, I got to do with mom in mind, especially when you have a minor. Cece grown. Cece ass is knocking on 30, okay? Cece grown, beyond grown. So if I would have got out there and act a fool, if anything, that heifer, you better be ready to act a fool with me. You see what I'm saying? But Angel, she's a baby. She's still a baby. She only 13 years old. You a baby. You still a baby. Angel a baby. Angel might be big as me, okay? I might be looking up at my baby Angel, but Angel is a baby. So I had to keep my cool. And plus, when I get upset, Angel gets upset. And so I don't even want to do. So I listened, because sometimes we do need to listen to our children. So I listened to Cece, and I was able to go around the lady, and I did, and I went around the lady and everything. But honey, I said, the next time I see a Karen doing something that her motherfucking ass ain't got no business doing, Miss Gina is gonna do a Kim on a goddamn Karen. Okay? So I'm telling you guys, if you see a Karen out here fucking up, y'all better do a Kim on her. If you see a Ken out here, like the guy on TikTok, he said a Karen or a Ken. Okay, so if you see a Ken out here acting a goddamn fool, you better do a Kevin on the Ken. Kevin, you better do a Kevin on a Ken. Narissa say, so true. It's been a few times my 20-year-old had to talk me down. Come on, Narissa. Come on, Narissa. Because look, Mama, I was ready to go ham. I was ready to go. Look, it irked me. I was talking shit from the place where it happened at all the way here to the nail shop that we are at right now, where the kids are at. I talked shit all the way there because that pissed me off. But I was like, Cece, you right. I'm just gonna go ahead and go around because I had to think about, I got Angel in the car and Mama can't be acting a fool, out here, and I got the baby in the car. But I promise you guys, if Angel had not been in that car, I would have told her, this is illegal. I would have did her just like I would have got, where my pen at? I would have got my pen and I would have went, I would have got my tissue or whatever I need to do, and I would have told her, I'm taking your plates down right now because this is illegal. You is stopping traffic from coming back. Oh, honey, I would have did it. Honey. Y'all if she was lucky Angel was in the car, because Miss Gina would have went viral today. Okay, Miss Gina would have went viral today because I was gonna do a Kim on a Karen. Okay, and I'm telling you guys, y'all better do a Kevin on these Kens. They out here acting a fool. What did I just tell y'all? It is time for us to stand the fuck up. Okay. It's time for us to stand the fuck up. Hey, Liz. Hey, Miss Gina in chat. What's poppin', Miss G? Girl, you got to go back, Liz. You got to see the beginning. You got to see, because, honey, Miss Gina almost did a Karen on a Karen, okay? I was going to do a Kim on a Karen, okay? They do it to us. We are going through so much right now. Everybody, I finally... sorry everybody was sending me information. Thank you, Kiki C, about the bombing and stuff that had been happening and stuff, and all across my timeline, all over the place. All I'm seeing is videos after videos of all the of people that are gonna be evicted. This area, 20,000 plus people. This area over here, 40,000 plus people. This area over here, 10,000 plus people. All these folks, people got videos right now of people right now that we're supposed to be starting back to school and trying to figure out how the school system gonna go. And there are women and children that are evicted and being evicted right now as we speak. But we still got Karens and Kens coming to us with the fuck shit. And we're not supposed to say nothing. We always supposed to let things go. Let me ask you this question. Can I ask you this question? Why is it that we are so quick, us are so quick to snap on each other when one of us do something that the other don't like? We will snap in a motherfucking heartbeat. We will tell each other off in a blink of an eye. But when they do something to us, and when we blatantly see that they are doing something wrong, we gotta avoid it. Like Cece was like, no, mommy, she said, I just see if I can avoid a situation, avoid it. And I had to tell her, but if you was doing that, if you was in the driver's seat, and let's just say you was talking to your mom and you had only been there 5 seconds, or you was talking, trying to even just give somebody directions or something, don't you know if the shoe was on the other feet, they wouldn't have gave 2 flying fucks to the wind? They would have told you what you were doing was illegal, and it is illegal for them to go around. So why is it that I gotta go around? Because Karen decides to take up the street, and there's only one direction that I can go, either this way or this way, okay? And I'm going this way, and it ain't no crossover line. It ain't no ... Dots means that you can cross over and go around, and that's legal when there's no oncoming traffic. That wasn't that. That was a two-way street. It was a two-way street. That means cars are only supposed to come this way and cars are only supposed to go that way. And don't say shit, ain't no sign, don't say nothing about going around them. So why is it that we have to avoid them? Why we gotta always be the ones to avoid shit? Why we always gotta be the ones that we better not do? Why is it that when a Karen comes into your yard on your property, illegal, why is it that we got to be the ones to avoid it? And you came over here, bitch, I ain't coming to your house. Like, let me tell you, when I was moving out of the townhome that we were in, when I moved into our house, this was last year, when we moved into our house, and we were moving, the night that we were moving, and there was a Karen that was living up under me, right? And I tried my best to be nice with this Karen. And I told you guys this story before. I tried my best to be nice to her. Gave her a Christmas card, everything. She knocked on my door. Did you give me this card? I said, yes, I did. I said, honey, I just wanted to be peaceful. I'm not trying to argue with you. I'm not trying to get into it with you. I just want us to be amicable to each other. Let's make it as peaceful as we can, right? And she was like, oh, thank you, and woo, woo, woo. And I'm thinking, okay, we're going to be good, right? So every time I turn around, if we walked to get a drink of water, that bitch was banging on the ceiling. If we came down the stairs to get ready to go to work, or the kids get ready to go to school, or they just wanted to just go outside and take a walk around the block, guess what? She was banging on walls and knocking on ceilings. So fast forward to the day we was moving out. I had been moving all that day. It was getting late into the evening. Honey, she was mad. So, when order, I went to take some stuff to pack and grab some more stuff. Next thing I know, I hear boom, and I hear Angel screaming. So y'all know what I did. I dropped everything I had, and that lady came into our house and she kicked the stand over and slammed the door. I said, what? I said, she came in the house? And Angel said, yes, she came in. Oh, y'all, I went ham. I went and banged on that bitch door. I cursed her out. So she knew not to open that door. She knew not to open that door. So she went on her balcony. I said, bitch, do it again. Do that shit again. I told that hoe, I said, I promise you, I ain't gonna whoop your ass outside, bitch. I'm gonna lock you in. I said, you motherfucker, you gonna be on lockdown. I'm gonna drag your ass in my house and I'm gonna lock the motherfucking door and I'm gonna commence the beating on your ass. I said, so I know you ain't that motherfucking crazy. I know you ain't that stupid. That bitch said, I am that stupid. I said, you are? I said, come on with it, bitch. Come on with it. I said, I dare you, I double dare. Matter of fact, let me go open the door again and put the stand back. Let me go open the door and put, y'all, I stopped moving for a whole hour because I was waiting for that bitch to come back in and kick that door in, because I was going, and I was behind the door, right? I had Angel sitting back where she was sitting at, and I had the boys gun bringing shit in, and I said, if she say one motherfucking thing to you, I said, let me know. I said, bitch, you that motherfucker stupid, I dare you. Y'all, I was throwing shit over the belt. I was dragging the bags. That when I tell you we was loud all motherfucking night, and I was moving at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, that bitch wasn't getting no sleep. And she worked the night shift, the graveyard shift. That bitch didn't get 9 ounces of sleep. She was threatening to call the cops. I said, bitch, call the cops. What can the motherfucking cops do to me? And I'm moving out. But I can have you arrested because you came into my motherfucking house and scared the hell out of my daughter. Because that's trespassing. And I told her, if I had to cut your motherfucking throat, bitch, it wouldn't have been a goddamn thing the police would have done to me. I would have been home by breakfast. You understand me? I would have been home by breakfast because you walked up in my house where I'm a single mom with my motherfucking children, bitch, and you scared the life out of my daughter. So if I would have dragged your ass in and locked the motherfucking door and commenced to beating your motherfucking ass, bitch, all I would have been on is the afternoon news, bitch. But I would have been home, back home by breakfast. I promise you that. I said, see, these motherfucking Karens think that they could do. This bitch walked up in my house. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? She walked in my home, kicked over my end table, because we had the end table propping the door open so that we can move in and out. The bitch walked in my home and kicked over the table, you hear me, and slammed my motherfucking door and walked back to her apartment like it was a normal day. It scared the hell out of Angel. Angel screaming and hollering her head. I told that bitch, come, I dare you. Honey, I was begging. Please let her come back. Please let her come back. I told that bitch, you ain't as dumb as you look, ho. You ain't as dumb as you look. Because if you come back again, I promise you, you won't leave the same way you entered. I promise you that. You will not. I told that bitch we'll all be on the evening news. We'll all be on the afternoon news, okay? That bitch did ask me. Look, let me tell you something. She didn't even come out her door. Do you understand me? She talked shit behind the door where we can hear her. She talked shit behind the door. She cursed out every now and then. You know, she did a peekaboo. She did a peekaboo thing, you know, through the shades and shit like that. But that bitch didn't bring her motherfucking ass back out. You know why? Because she knew Miss Gina was not to be played with. Bitch, you got me fucked up. You got me all the way around fucked up, bitch, when you come in my home and you scare the hell out of my daughter, because I ain't left it yet and I ain't turned keys in. And until I turn keys in, bitch, that apartment still belongs to me. That unit still belongs. See, one thing you can't get around me with is property management. Anything that has to do with real estate and property management, Miss Gina know that shit like the back of her motherfucking hand. Do you understand me? Do you understand me? A motherfucking landlord nowhere could ever get out on me on some motherfucking fuck shit. That's why I say if you going through some shit with your landlord, if you going through some shit with moving, if you going through some shit with some motherfucking evictions and shit, hit a sister up. Hit a sister up, okay? Been there, done that, been working in this business for 30 years plus, okay? For 30 plus years, I've been working in the real estate game, okay? So I know what it is. And as long as I got them keys and I ain't turned it into that office yet, bitch, and I'm still moving out, that unit belongs to me. And I can defend it and my children at all costs. And I told that bitch, come on back here. I told y'all what Miss Gina do. I'm like Motel 6. We gonna leave the light on for you. And I'm gonna leave the door open. Honey, the door gonna be unlocked. Cause see, I want, when I get your ass, when I toe tag you, I want it to be perfectly clear how you got in. Cause it's gonna be like, y'all hear about the Roach Motel? You can get in, but you won't get out. That's how it's gonna go down. Anytime a motherfucker threaten me and nines and you come up in mad. And let me tell y'all something. I told you what I miss, my sons won't. What I miss, the bullet that I miss, my sons won't. I promise you that. Look, Farron is a good ass shot. And I haven't seen what Angel could do yet, but it's coming. It's coming. Honey, y'all better get locked and loaded. You better train your children. We are already in our last days. We are about to go into warfare. I don't know if y'all know this or not. I don't know if y'all know this or not. Let me tell y'all something. When you have 40 plus million people, when you have 40 plus million people that are threatening eviction, they it's not going to be the brown folks. Have to sustain. It's going to be these white folks that's going to flip the fuck out. Honey, you going to see families committing suicide because these rich motherfuckers that have a silver spoon in their mouth, they don't know what it is to be poor. They don't know what it is to have to make shit from Shiola. They don't know how to do that. They don't know. So they get scared and they get nervous. They start doing shit that they wouldn't normally do. They go and rob banks and shit like that. You know, they go do fuck shit like that. They go in and they feed their family a good meal and they wait till their children go to sleep and they go and blow everybody's brains out. When I tell you it is going to be a mess, it's going to be a mess because people that don't know what to do and cannot handle living on the street. See, I've lived on the street before, with and without my children, so I can survive. I know how to make it. That wouldn't be nothing big to me. Do I want to go? No, I don't. I never want to go back. I never want to go back. But I'm just telling you that I would be able to survive. I know how to hustle. I know how to do what it is that I need to do. These folks that ain't never, ever, 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 ever experienced that, they don't know what to do. They don't know where to come in, go start first. They don't know what programs to look for. They don't know none of this stuff. It takes a week of them starving, and I promise you they gonna flip the fuck out. Tanya say, Gina, I agree. Told my husband there was a reason for this in surge and conceal and carry weapons. Girl, you better come on. You better tell him. Let me tell you something. We have the conceal and carry place right down the street, right? We got the gun range and the gun shop that I'm a member at right over here down the block. And honey, they had no guns, nothing. They were sold out. No bullets, no nothing. You understand me? And when I tell you where I stay, these folks were strapped up. They were locked and loaded, and they were. And all I could say is I don't blame them. I don't blame them, because when the stores start to board up again, and there is no place for you to get water. There is no place for you to get food. Because you ain't going to be able to go to the food pantry. It's going to get to the point that you're not going to be able to leave your house. Let me tell you something. If you still are able to pay your rent and you are still able to be at home and stuff, if you have not already stocked up, you better stock the fuck up. You better stock the fuck up. I'm telling you, because this insurge that we are going through, it is going to be so bad that they are going to tell us, just like they told us before. Remember last time we couldn't leave for a couple of weeks? It's going to be worse than that. We ain't going to be able to leave. If you stick your head out the door, the motherfucking Army and Marines and Naval, they going to be down there walking down your goddamn blocks telling you, get your ass back, stick your head back in the goddamn house. And if you stick it out again, I'm going to blow it off. That's how it's going to go down. And I stay in a very nice area. So what's bad to me here is 10 times worse for those mothers, those children, those babies, everybody that lives in a impoverished area, that lives in the hood. That's what we call it, the hood. When you add the hood on twice, that's when you know that's the fucked up part of town. You understand me? That's the fucked up part. When you say, girl, where you live? Girl, I live in the hood. You ain't say you live in the hood. Girl, I live in the hood. Oh, okay. The hood, it could be all right. It could just be, a suburb that's decent. But, they got a little bit of crime. But it ain't all that. But when a bitch say, I live in the hood, honey, that fucked me up when my son said that. My son said, Mommy, can we leave and go home? I said, what's wrong, babe? He said, Mommy, this the hood. I said, okay. I said, you might be right. But I said, the hood got the best food. We ain't gonna get food like this in our neck of the woods. So I told him, we gonna go ahead and we went to Maxwell's. Those of you that if you know anything about Chicago, Maxwell, Jewtown, they got the best Polishes, they got the best everything. So we was on that side of town. We got our sandwiches, honey. We got our Italian ice. We had our Italian ice. See, you only can get that in the hood. You can't get that over here. And we got that. We ate. I think we was there all of maybe 30 minutes, 20 minutes maybe. Enough time to finish eating our food and everything, and I jumped right back on that E-way, and we headed back home. Ra said, wow, I've never heard of the hood. Girl, look, Ra, when somebody tell you, you hear about that in Chicago, Chi-Town, the hood, honey, that's when you know. That's the part of town that you leave before the sun go down, before it get dark, honey. When I had to tell my friend when she said, I said, girl, And I told y'all, she grew up with a silver spoon in her mouth. I used to go to the bitch house all the time. And every time I go over there, she would have a shirt, some shorts. She would have something with a price tag on, and it would just be thrown around her room and everything. And I used to be like, girl, this is the third weekend I done came here, and this shirt with this tag on it is still over here. These shorts with this tag on it is still over here. I'm wearing this. And she would be like, girl, you can have it. I'm like, I got, well, shit, bitch, let me see what else I can have. And right now, she lives in the hood. And I told y'all this story. And she thought she was happy because she moved in. This is the one I told you that the refrigerator was in the dining room. I said, bitch. She says, Gina, I moved. I got a bigger place and stuff. I said, girl, that fridge ain't in the dining room no more. She said no. But she grew up well off, well-to-do. She didn't grow up like that. And but she lived in the hood. And I told her, I said, bitch, my Scooby-Doo van and all, bitch, I gotta leave before it get dark. I come and visit and stuff, but I gotta leave before it get dark. I can't be over there after it get dark. Sephora say, what should I stock up on? Water. Stock up on water. Stock up on canned goods. Canned goods, anything that is eatable, edible, non-perishable, that you don't have to cook, okay? Because a lot of people stack up on microwave stuff and other shit and stuff. Let me tell you something. You can, cook on that barbecue grill and shit in the backyard. See, you can heat that can up. You don't even have to take the raviolis out the can. You can put the entire can on that barbecue grill. But if your electricities and stuff go out, where you gonna have the cold stuff? Because everything's cold and frozen is gonna go bad. It's gonna have to be thrown out. So you need to stock up on crackers and cookies and stuff that's non-perishables, stuff that you could get. Honey, I could take you right now. I got canned goods up the wazoo. Do you hear me? I got beans, I got poking beans, I got black apple, I got lima beans, I got, you name it, honey. I got spaghettios, I got raviolis, I got macaroni and cheese, honey. Every time I go back to the store, I grab another case of water. Because when that water go bad, or when that water go, and I'm telling y'all, and I'm doing all this, and I live in a nice neighborhood. Let me tell you something, honey. We got where the food people come to our house and drop off food to us twice a week. Okay? We get food from very nice Bellagio's. Y'all know about Bellagio's. Bellagio's come and drop food off at our home twice a week, okay? And that's through my kids' school program. So that tells you what type of school my children go to. That lets you know what type of school my children go to, okay? So, but it's gonna get bad. I'm telling you, it's going to get bad. You know what else it's going to be? It's going to be so bad because when you evicting all these people, you know that means how many, you're going to have units that's going to be empty, that's going to be empty. Then if you stay, depending on where you live, now you're talking about squatters. You're going to get squatters that's come, because when people get desperate, when the weather starts to change and it get cold, let me tell you something. When you don't have hotel money, and you ain't got a tent to pitch a tent in a park or on the sidewalk, what the hell you gonna do? Shit, I'm taking my ass back in this apartment. I don't give a damn if don't nobody live in it. Let me tell you what they do in California. And y'all can Google this and you can look this up, because I saw this on 2020 or one of them shows. There was people that, these are folks that they're professional squatters, right? This is what they would do. They would go to certain houses, open houses and shit like that. Then they would go to the store. Yes, allegedly. You heard about that? They take over mansions, honey. And let me tell you, they couldn't be put out. They had to be evicted. They could not be put out. They was making their own leases. Some of them, one lady, and she was black. She wasn't a Karen, she was a Kim. She went in, honey, And when they put her out, she took all the furniture and everything that was in there. Honey, she took the TVs off the wall. They said she moved out the furniture and everything. What could they do? They couldn't prove that she didn't bring it or nothing. And she had made her own lease. The woman had been evicted from 3 different open house properties. She hadn't paid rent, they said, in like 8 years, something like that. 7, 6, something. She hadn't paid, it was a number of years. She hadn't paid rent in a long time. And what she do is go, and the news people, you know, they always ask them, because they in your face with the camera and the microphone and stuff. And they have been asking her, are you going to go to another house? And are you going to do this and that? Honey, California, that's the one state that them motherfuckers got it down packed. Them squatters, oh, they know how to go get them a home for a year or two for free. Beautiful, honey. They not living in the hood. They not that, because these properties, a lot of them are open. You can go see them. You can ask the realtor all this information, and then they go and get a lease, and they go get a lease with the realtor's company name and everything made up on it, and you got to go through a whole process to evict them. So you paying for money when you didn't even never get money for them to even move in. I'm telling, Google it. Google squatters. Google professional squatters, evictions. Honey, all that shit will come up. She never went to jail. Never went to, and the reason why I believe is because it's that loophole. You got that loophole. If you say you got, hey Sasha Love, you have a lease, and this person gave you a lease, who can dispute that? Who can dispute that? Any of us can go make up receipts. That bitch had receipts and everything. So all she can say is, well, I pay rent to somebody. I pay rent to somebody. They couldn't do nothing. The police just left. The police, they left. They told her, we can't force her to leave. You guys, this is civil. You have to have her evicted out because she showed us a lease. You show the cops a lease, they can't evict you. They can't put you out. But this is what happens, and it is happening more and more all over the country, all over the world. It's probably some watching me right now saying, yeah, let them motherfuckers go put. I'm finna go do what Miss Gina said too. I'm finna go get me a nice house, a nice apartment, and go make me a lease up and go instead. But it's legal. It's nothing that they can do about it. It's nothing that they can do about it. The police is there to keep the peace. Yeah, it's fraud, but you got to prove it's fraud, Sephora. You got to prove it's fraud. How you going to prove it's fraud? I mean, they would be able to prove it's fraud with this woman because this woman did it several times. This wasn't the first, second. This wasn't the third time. She did it several times. But when you got folks that's just doing it, and we about to see a lot of it because you got all these evictions that's coming up, and it's about to get cold. It's about to get cold. And where are they going to go, and what are they going to do? Allegedly said in Detroit, a woman went away, came back to a lady living in her house that she owned. Long story short, she had to live in the house with her child. I remember that. I saw that allegedly. I saw that. I remember that story. Thank you, Rod. This was after repeatedly going to court. Yup. You can't put them out. It's nothing. Did you hear about, honey, the nightmares of Airbnb? The nightmares of, did you hear about the one, put in Airbnb horror stories. Google after this Airbnb horror, honey. There was folks that was, because you got some people that rent out their Airbnbs monthly. Some of them, rent them out by the year. And this couple got into this woman, beautiful Airbnb, honey. They started changing shit around. They was repainting, reorganizing, and everything like they owned the property. And they told her they wasn't leaving, and she couldn't get them out. When the news media did the story, and they was asking the couples about, the couple was still living in the woman's home, still living in her Airbnb, and she couldn't get them out. She couldn't get them out. So that's the reason why Like Deanna said, Miss Gina, girl, I need you to help me with this lease. You got to get, if you, honey, when you got, when you a property owner and everything else, you better make sure that you have a good lease. When you're renting out stuff, as and a tenant too, because tenants, sometimes you get shiesty ass landlords and stuff too. As a tenant, I tell everybody, when you walk in there, before you move a stitch of anything in that place, take pictures, take video, make sure you date it, make sure you document, get a newspaper, any newspaper, and take a picture of that newspaper to show that's the date you're moving in. When you moving out, take pictures, take video. Open up the fridge, take pictures of inside the fridge. Open up the oven, take pictures of inside the oven. Because you have landlords, you know what they'll do? They'll go to a raggedy, nasty, one of their rundown ass properties, and they'll take a picture of somebody nasty ass fridge and nasty ass stove and take that to court and say that's how you left the place, and you have no proof. And you probably said, that's not even the same stove. I cleaned it out or whatever. But if you don't have any proof, you could wind up paying for cleaning. Holes that's in the walls and stuff as a tenant. It could be a little pin-sized nail hole. Do you know you could be charged $50 per hole if you don't spackle that shit up? If you don't spackle it up, you go to any Home Depot, any Menards, any Walmart, just get you a little bit of spackle the goddamn holes up. You ain't even got to sand it. Just spackle the holes up real good and take a motherfucking picture. Take a picture, because they will use all, it goes both ways. You got some good landlords and some fucked up tenants, and you got some great tenants and some fucked up ass landlords. It could definitely go both ways. So I try to protect both of mine. If you hire me as your property manager, the day that tenant moving in, I'm taking pictures and videos, and I'm doing 2 sets of, well, I usually do 3 sets. I'll take that back. I do 3 sets of everything, 3 sets of pictures, three copies of the video, and I make sure the landlord gets a copy, the tenant gets a copy. I keep the original, because I got to protect myself and my business too, in case that goddamn landlord say I ain't do my job, or in case the tenant say I didn't do my job. Hey RJ love, hey baby, y'all know I love my RJ. That's my babe. Allegedly said this was after repeatedly going to court. And it could be after repeatedly going to court on both sides, and you still don't get nothing out of it. Bye. Lion 21 1777. Ta-ta for now. So everybody needs to protect themselves. And the one thing we don't never think of is that when we move into a place beautiful and everything together and everybody's on good, same age, good relationship, you don't think that anything bad's gonna happen. So you don't take pictures, you don't take videos, and then down the line when something happens and something goes down, you be like, damn, I knew I should have took pictures and videos. So if it's a tenant of mine that I'm moving in, if it's a landlord of mine that I'm moving in, I do all that for them. I take pictures, and this is what I tell the tenant. Here's your set of the pictures. I just want it to look like this when you move out. That's it. When it looks like that when you move out, I'm going to take pictures again. I'm going to sign off on it. We're going to do the walkthrough and everything, and I'm going to sign off on it. And if everything copacetic, you'll get your security deposit back. Very rare, because now a lot of landlords and companies are no longer doing security deposits. They're doing what you call a move-in fee. The move-in fee is much cheaper than a security deposit, but you don't get that back. And a lot of tenants get that confused. They get the move-in fee confused. They say, no, I gave a security deposit. You be like, well, how much was the security deposit? And they say $400, but your rent is $1,100. No, sweetheart, that wasn't security deposit. That was a move-in fee. You don't get move-in fees back. So for those of you that think you've given a security deposit, when you're giving something that low, okay, let's say your rent is $800 a month, but it was only $200 for you to move in. Baby, you didn't give security deposit. You gave a move-in fee. The landlord keeps that. or the management keeps that. You don't get that back. You don't get that back. And so if anything that arises with that apartment that you messed up, that's beyond, it has to be beyond normal wear and tear. If it's beyond normal wear and tear, then you have to cover it. You have to cover it. If it's normal, of course you're going to have scratches. Hell, if you live there over a year, if you live there 2, 3, 4 years, you're going to have scratches. You're going to have platelets, like socket platelets that fall apart, that comes up. That's all normal wear and tear stuff. But when you got things like big ass holes in the walls, when you got things like nails from hanging pictures and shit like that, that's not normal wear and tear. Sephora say, wow, move-in fee. I didn't have that in my lease. Girl, Sephora, you girl, look, I'm telling y'all, better talk to me. I keep telling y'all, if you have questions or anything, contact me. Rogers put all my information down there. That's my business number. That's my office number and everything. If you are a landlord, if you are any of that, and you don't want to pay back security deposits, charge them a move-in fee. Let's say it may be $1,100 a month for them to move in. We'll charge them $500 move-in fee. That's $500 in your pocket. You don't have to put it in an account. You don't have to say, honey, you can take that $500 right in there that day and you can go and spend it. You can throw it out the way, you can do whatever, because that tenant is never getting that back. That's just a move-in fee in place of, because you're not doing security deposits. So they didn't pay no security deposit. So you don't have to give a security deposit back. I never heard of a move-in fee before, but things are different from state to state. All I ever paid was my security deposit and first month's rent. Well, a lot of them are changing. A lot of states are now thank you, Lady Nika, for sharing my video. A lot of states are now changing to move-in fee, and it's not really the state or state. It is the owner or management company themselves that have choice. It doesn't even matter on if it fluctuates states to state. It's cities, it's neighborhoods. You might have this landlord here that charges a move-in fee, but this landlord across the street or next door say, oh no, honey, we do security deposits. It's 1 month security deposit or 1.5 month security deposit and first month's rent. You see what I'm saying? But this person over here might say, oh no, we don't do none of that. As long as you qualify and everything, we just do a move-in fee. A move-in fee is so much better. In my opinion, it's so much better because you ain't got to worry about fighting this landlord or fighting this person about trying to get your $1,500, $2,500, $3,600 back. And they ain't got to be fighting you and going back. And who wants to do that? You get to move in with just a minimal amount of money. You got peace of mind. Who wouldn't love where you get to move into a beautiful place and you paying $1,200, $1,300 a month in rent, but you only got to move in paying $600 or $500 or $400? Okay. Who wouldn't jump on that? Oh, girl, that's just my move-in fee. That's it. And depending on what day, because if you don't move in on the 1st, it gets prorated. So you're going to pay the prorated rent plus whatever the move-in fee is. Yeah. Well, my rent is expensive, so that's where I take it out from. And some of them, look, let me tell you, Sephora. Before I moved into my house, I was living in my townhome. Beautiful, honey, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I was paying $1,550 a month, and I got a deal. This was on special. Now, this was on special. The townhome that I originally got, that I got lucky and got the special for, because the lady said we got a special, we running for it, and I wound up getting it for $1,550 a month for that first year. And yeah, and that's how, and that my townhome, went for 18. It started at 1,800 and went all the way up to 25, and that was for 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, girl. 2 bedrooms, 2 baths. It started at 18 and it went to 25. and depending on the designs and the model of it, and it was gorgeous, honey. I showed it everybody when I moved in, and 2 bedroom, honey. I told her I'd take it 15, which I knew if I would have been there another year, it was gonna go up. I wasn't even there. I was there only 4 months because I knew I was gonna be there 4 months because I knew I was getting my house, and so I knew I wasn't gonna be there that long. But that was even good because let me tell you something. When the shorter the lease is, the more the rent is. So actually, I paid I paid $1,550 for 4 months. When actuality, I should have been paying like $2,500. I should have been paying like $2,500 for 4 months because it's more. It's a hell of a lot more when the months are shorter. But plus the girl, I'm in the property management game, and the girl who got it, she is too. So she hooked me up. She looked out for me. So that was, she knew coming in I wasn't gonna be there that long. But oh yeah, it's definitely you got a nice place and you able to get a great deal on it, go for it. If it's affordable, go for it. But right now, we are in a crisis. We are in a crisis because nobody has no money and nobody's helping nobody. Yep, nobody's helping nobody. You're right. Your job is hard. I hate being my own property manager. Sephora, I love it. When I tell you I was meant for this, girl, I was meant for this. Honey, you need to hire Miss Gina. I was meant to do this. When I tell you I love it, I love it. And I think the reason why I love property management so much is because I have a rapport with people. I'm a people person. I love people. I've lived on both sides of the realm. I've lived on both spectrums of the realm. I've lived in the hood, okay? Not just the hood. Miss Gina lived in the hood, then a nice neighborhood to where I'm at now. So I understand both sides. I understand when a tenant wants something beautiful. Hey, boss lady. Hey, Miss Gina, Rob Black in chat. You almost had to do a Kim on a Karen. Yes, I did, girl. I almost had to do a Kim on a Karen. And look, and I told the guys, I said, y'all better do a Kevin on these Kens. You better do a Kevin on. Wait till you see my t-shirts. Wait till you see my new t-shirts, boss lady. Girl, yes, honey. I'm gonna do one for the Karens and I'm gonna do one for the Kens. Okay? We ain't playing, and it's legal for people to be evicted. Yeah, it's legal for them to do this, and that's why they doing it. This is why you got all these folks right now. But see, the difference is, like I told you, the difference is black and brown. We know how to make it work. They don't. I have to catch the oh yes, honey. Y'all got to catch the replay. I had a huge pigeon problem. My old tenant was feeding the pigeons from the 13th floor, so when they left, they kept coming and taking a dump. Oh my God. Yeah, once you start that, they keep coming back, and it's hard to get rid of them. It's very hard to get rid of. See, I'm that person. Queen, do you have a Kindle or iPad? No, I don't, and I need one. I may be able to afford a Kindle, but I can't afford an iPad. I can't. Nope, RJ, I don't have either one. But if you guys would like to donate, Miss Gina will take a used one. Anything. I'm not picky. Y'all know I'm humble. I will accept. Rob put my office address and everything up. Boss lady said, yes, I don't like pigeons. They leave a mess everywhere. But see, this is what I do. What's up with the kid? Let me block this person, because this person is on some mess. I ain't got time for you, Lion. It's time for Lion to go. Lion got to get blocked. Lion is doing some mess. We don't have time for that. So Sephora, anytime when I always try to have a great relationship with the tenants for my landlord. Okay, I love my landlords, and I tell my landlords, look, I promise you will only hear from me, and you will only hear from me only. And I let my landlords, I always tell them what's best for all involved, okay? But I let my tenants know, look, I'm giving you this nice place. I done hooked it up for you, and this landlord is willing to work with you. I'm gonna need my money. I don't want no excuses. Woo woo woo. Now I understand everybody has a hard time and people go through some stuff. I'm gonna need for you to communicate with me because that's the type of person I am, and we can probably work some stuff out. And I let them know straight off, because it won't be my landlord, the one that you'll see in court. It's gonna be me. So you might think Miss Gina is really, really nice, but you'll see Miss Gina evicting your ass right on up out of here. And we ain't gonna go through all this stuff where y'all think that y'all know the business better than I do. So they you know, because some landlords say, damn, it took me 6 months, it took me 8 months, and they lived rent free for such and such. Oh no, Miss Gina know this business real well. When I say your ass will be out in 30 days, I promise you will be out of my motherfucking property. And I say mads because my landlords, that's how they always say to me, Miss Gina, I want them to know you, your face, you only. You are the owner. You are. So that's why I say mads, even though I'm just the manager, okay, of it. But I let my tenants know, and I tell them, call me you can call me, text me anytime, 24/7. So if you got a leak at 2-3 o'clock in the morning, please call me, because I'm a mother with children, and I understand if you have a leak at 2-3 o'clock in the morning, you want that shit fixed ASAP. You want it fixed ASAP. So call me, leave me a message, let me know. We gonna get on top of that. I'm gonna come with the person to see what's. My landlords love me. They love me. The tenants I work for, the tenants love me. Even places where I was just there a couple of weeks, they would always say, the tenants are coming in and say, they need to keep you. They need to keep you. They would come all the time. They would say, please keep Miss Gina. Please keep Miss Gina, because Miss Gina, she always answers the phone nicely. She always I understand. They say she treats us like we're human beings. She don't talk down to us. And I've had tenants that say, yeah, your manager, that bitch, I don't want to talk to her. Miss Gina, can I talk to you? And I say, yeah, you can call back and talk to me. I'll talk to them for you. All the time, because I get it. Everybody is not going to look at your situation like you. And if you got a rich person who got money and they don't know your situation because they never lived your situation, so they don't understand your situation. All they understand is they need their money. The same way of if you got an investor. If you got an investor, I'm sorry, somebody sending me a message. It's not that tenant or that landlord, that person is being hard. She's getting frustrated too. This is her first piece of, it might be her second piece of property, and already she having issues getting her rent. But you want her to come and fix the toilet, okay? How can she fix the toilet and you ain't paid rent in 2 months? You understand what I'm saying? So I'm there to communicate on both sides. And usually when I talk to the tenants the way I talk to the tenants, oh, honey, they be sitting up there like, oh, Miss Gina, I know what you're talking about. I know. I went on Facebook and I put one post on Facebook about, I said, I said something like, anybody that's in need of looking for an apartment and you need assistance, contact me. It doesn't matter if you have evictions and woo, woo, woo. Within that first day, I literally had like 10, 20 calls. People was calling me. They was emailing me. Other folks started saying, I saw your post on Facebook. Do you think you can help me? Do you think you... The only reason why I wasn't able to help and assist a lot of, because they couldn't come out to me. They couldn't come out to my office. I told you everything that I do under contract. I do on paperwork, honey, because I don't want... I want some clearance. I want everybody to understand what it is that I'm doing for you and what it is that I'm doing for the landlord. Okay, the same way with my landlords. I need for them to understand the work that I'm doing for. Look, you can hire me part-time, full-time, on a daily or hourly rate. If the choice is yours, as long as I'm getting my money. As long as I'm getting my money. The investors, I love the investors. You know why I love the investors? Because sometimes the investors will give me a flat rate, And then sometimes they'll put me on an hourly rate, but honey, they pay for everything I do. When I take a lunch, they say, Gina, make sure you write that off. Bring us the receipt now. Or sometimes when I go into the office, it'll already be an envelope in there for me for about $500. Every time I've worked for an investor, it has never been below 200. It would be between $200 and $400 every time I've worked for investors, and they would tell me that's to cover, and that was in my pay. That would be to cover my lunch, my gas, and for me to take the workers around. Like if I had 4 workers, I could buy the workers lunch and stuff, and I could pick, because I used to pick them up and drop them off and some, things like that sometimes if they didn't have cars and that kind of stuff. But honey, them investors took care of me and I love property. I told you, I love this job. This is me. I love this business. And I'm working with some new investors, and we got big things going on that Miss Gina is so excited about. I can't wait to where I can do everything from home or from the comforts of my car, my van, and all I'm gonna be doing is going out and looking and giving orders and doing this. I love this shit, honey, in my corny voice. I love this shit. But yeah, you have to know what you do. Yeah, Sephora, they do carry disease. Sephora says I love my new tenant. See, it's great when you got a new tenant, a great tenant. Thank you, Ra. My office address is 436 North Lake Street, Suite 2E, Aurora, Illinois, 60506. And my office phone number, you can call me, you can text me, you can leave a message for me, is 585-687-7198. Again, my office number is 585-687-7198. And honey, I work anywhere. Hire me across the globe, wherever it is, honey. I had one, Minnesota. No, it wasn't Minnesota. It was St. Louis. I had a landlord in St. Louis. She said, Miss Gina, are you willing to drive out here? I said, well, yeah, I can rent a car. She said, because I really need you. And the woman found me on Craigslist. And she had already heard about me. She said, I heard about you. And I said, well, yes, I am one of the best in Chicago. I'm one of the best that you're going. She said, I tell you what, if you rent a car and come down here, I will cover all your expenses. And I went and I told her how much the rental was going to be. She said, I'll have your hotel and everything for you when you come out here. She sent me the money for the rental. She sent me the money for the rental. That's how I knew she was on the up and up, because she did send me the money for the rental. And she sent me the information to my hotel and all that stuff. So I went out there. Didn't go out there by myself. No, I didn't. For those that's asking, no, I didn't go out there by myself. But I went to check out. She had it was an older building. And I think it was 6 units. It was three on each side. It was 6 units, and it was older type building. And she wanted to do a little bit of remodeling. She told me what her budget was, and she said, I need some for show money. And she didn't know how she was going to get it and what she was going to do. Honey, I went up in there, shake that, because I know how to do inspections too, from working with inspectors and stuff for a long time. So I know what they look for and stuff. Went through, we did all inspections. She was like, girl, you own it. She was shocked that I had the inspection form. She said, you got an inspection for? I said, yeah, this is standard. This will let you know what they will look for. I said, it may be a little different because this is St. Louis, and I'm from Illinois, but it's not much of a difference. I don't care what state you go in, what city you go in. Usually all the inspections are the same. They don't want no peel and paint. They don't want no cracked windows. You understand? They don't want no hanging wires. They don't want no dripping pipes, okay? So nobody can never tell me, no, you in a different state, and woo. No, bitch, I've been doing this for a long time, and from state to state to state, that's one thing that don't change. The inspections are majority the same. You can't have any cracked windows. You can't have any peel and paint. You can't have any leaks. All of that. You can't have any hanging wires. All of that is the same all across the board. Sephora said, I put in my lease that there is a 4-month rent penalty if they break their 1-year contract. Sephora, that's real good. That's good. Allegedly said, my lease is a 12-month lease, but I can break it as long as I give the leasehold 30-day note. Yeah, and allegedly some is 60 days. One of the places that, a couple of the places that I worked at and that I managed, and a lot of them had issues with that because the tenants have said, no, I thought I had a 30-day. No, if I give 30-day notice, and then we would have to tell them, no, read your lease again. It's a 60-day notice. If you don't give 60-day notice, you got to pay 3 months rent. So that fluctuates. That's some of the stuff that fluctuates. Boss Lady said, my motto is you can't live in anywhere for free. You sure can't. You can't live any place for free. Please, yes, if you are not a member, please become a member. I'm telling you, you're going to love this channel. Support Miss Gina. Thumbs up. Please share this video. One thing about that you get from my videos, especially good ones like this, the last 2-3 days I've been giving y'all really good educational videos. You ain't getting this nowhere else. I've been giving a lot of free advice, and we haven't even did me and Deanna, our class that we're gonna do on Zoom, and we're gonna post the tickets on Eventbrite. I'm still trying to get with Deanna so we can work out a day and a time for the class, and we're gonna post the tickets, and we'll let everybody know the tickets will be on Eventbrite. That's how we're gonna do it. So, but I'm gonna talk to her about how it is that we're gonna do it, and then we'll give everybody the link. You'll have to contact us for the link. And then we'll do that class on Zoom that day. But lately, y'all been getting a lot of free, great advice. Boss Lady said, I feel like the renter need a place to live and the owner wants their money. And that's how it is. Cut and dry, Boss Lady. Cut and dry. The renter, and let me just change that a little bit for you. The renter wants a nice place, a decent place, a workable place, okay, to live in. And the owners want a good tenant that when they give them that good place, they want it to be that way when they leave. Because you got shiesty ass landlords too, and you got nasty ass tenants as well. So everybody would love to have something nice, but some people just don't. They ain't gonna treat your place like how you treat it. Ross said, I agree. Sephora saying, wow. Boss said some people stop paying their rent for real and are able to pay, but spent their money, and people are becoming homeless, shaking my. Yeah, a lot of them did that. Oh, it's okay, Boss Lady. I understand. A lot of them, yeah. Yep. A lot of them did. Thank you, Ross. Support. Please support. See what all we can do together. Yep. We have to see what it is that, all of us. Boss Lady Sabrina, I've been looking for your email, love. I think you must have left something out because my email is really long. Raw, could you put it in? Is really long. So, Boss Lady Sabrina, if you're watching this, or if you watch it later, please email me, or better yet, text me. Text me or call me and send me a message, because girl, I was looking all day and all night and I didn't get your email. I didn't receive it. So I'm thinking you might have left a letter out or something. It's mamadivaentertainment@gmail.com. I know my email is super duper long. My work email is poshlifevip@gmail.com. So that one's shorter. Poshlife, POSHLIFEVIP@gmail.com. That one's shorter. You can use that one, but I'm still waiting on your emails, love, so we can get together. Okay, just to let you know. Thank you. Yep, Mama Entertainment@gmail.com. Yeah, and Brock, could you put the other one up? It's Poshlife, POSHLIFEVIP@gmail.com. So, yeah. So if you guys, get that and could put that out there. But Yeah, so I just, we went from the Karen, the Kim Karen video, all the way over to this one. But y'all know, again, I'm just about helping. I'm about supporting. And like I said, as the days grow long, that's it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's my shorter email. So that one's shorter for you guys. You can also email me that. As the days go long and everything, things is starting to get bad, and it's starting to get worse, and it's gonna get worse, sir. It's gonna get worse for a lot of people, and like I said, don't let nobody walk all over you. Do what you got to do. When you start doing people and treating people like how they treat you, they'll change. They will change. And that's why I'm always about helping and supporting and educating people, and that's why I continue to get blessed. That's the reason why, because I bless others. I love you guys. I love you. I love you. I love you. I will definitely be back with another video. Mwah. Ta-ta for now. I'll see you guys in a little bit.